Alright, today I'm going to try to get these Carson reeds in this 20 horsepower Mercury outboard. The weather's been kind of crappy here. This weekend's supposed to be nice, so I'll be able to get them in and get fired up. So, stay tuned. Alright, so we got the cowling off. We got to remove this clip here. You got to take the starter off to get to the bottom bolt on the carburetor. And we're going to have to remove this plastic piece too. But we got to kind of tilt the carburetor up to get to the two bolts that are on here. I'll try to show you the best I can as I go. Don't have anybody out here helping me film, so stay tuned. Alright, so we got the enrichment valve out. The fuel line on the carburetor is disconnected. We popped the ball for the fuel filter out of the holder. We needed to do that to get to this back starter bolt, so we get the starter off to get to the last bolt on the carburetor. Alright, so we got the carburetor just hanging here. If you have the electric choke, you don't need to unplug it. Just pull it off to the side. We have these 5/16 bolts to get out. You can see, I don't know if you can see the reeds in there or not, but the reeds are right in here. So we're going to take this reed plate off here, or the intake, and we'll see if them factory reeds are still in there. I'm very curious to see what they look like. See if they're the factory metal ones or if somebody's already upgraded them once. So either way, we're going to put these Carson ones in here and see what kind of shape they're in. Stay tuned. Alright, so now I got the intake and the reed cage out. There's a reed cage here. And the intake just looks like an intake. So I'm going to go ahead, open this Carson reed valve, show you what all comes in it, get them installed. Alright, so in the packaging we have these reeds here. We're just going to take out these Phillips screws here on both sides, put the new reed valves in, and redo everything we just undid. Alright, we got the Carson reeds in. Let's put them back in the motor and tuck them away. Stay tuned for it to go back together. Alright, so the reed cage intake plate's on. We're getting ready to bolt this carburetor back on. And go from there. Alright, so get the carburetor back on, get the starter on. This freaking thing here, damn fuel line. This thing here, pain in the ass. Pain in the ass to get back in. Alright, let me get this finished up. Get the cover back on and see where I go from there. Alright, so fuel line's back on, fuel filter's on, starter's on, ground wire's hooked back up. Get ready for Fire Up Friday. We'll have that video coming out soon.
Check the mic and